Number one, fear. Fear. Notice when they were doing plastic knives, they were closer. When they got to metal, a little bit further, but they still were like, okay, it's dull, it's not that. But this one, we're like, okay, okay. Because when you deal with a real knife, you're going to be scared, you're going to feel adrenaline, you're going to feel that I don't want to get touched by that kind of thing, you know. There's adrenaline. Now, short of actually getting a real knife, this is pretty damn scary because it burns you when it touches you, okay? So you're going to learn how to deal with a knife. Most knife training in martial arts is what I call theoretical. It's theory. You know what I'm talking about? In theory, it makes sense because it's all rubber and soft plasticky and foam knives, and you know that when you touch it, nothing's really going to happen. But this, if I went down the street to a whole bunch of schools down the street and do, okay, now do your disarm now. Okay. What's worse than this is block the knife. Go ahead, block it. If I accidentally touch you with a forearm, I guarantee you your block isn't going to work. See, that's why blocking doesn't work. I love this because we've been saying that in Kali forever. Blocking a knife doesn't work. Until these came along, I couldn't legally get a real knife and prove that. But now I can. Now, I love it. It's like Star Wars. It's very painful. Okay. Also, you realize if I had two knives, what's one of the dangers that I could be encountering? I cut myself. Coordination and weapons never come together in fake knives, right? When you're doing like fake knives, you're going, if I touch myself, you know how many times you actually cut yourself if you really were using knives when you're doing Sinawali? Or you're doing any kind of fancy knife movement, you're cutting yourself? If you see these like fancy demonstrations with blades, if those blades were real, you know how many times you actually like slashing your own arm or stabbing yourself? Because you don't really know, it's fake. But this, I would be very careful to do this with Sinawali, because I would zap myself. Okay? And plus, there's a picture right here. I always show this to everybody. So for those of you guys, this is a picture of what we call defanging the snake. Defanging the snake is what we're going to go into. When you destroy somebody's hand, this is what we do to our attackers. Not what they do to us, but what we do to them. Defanging the snakes means you destroy the weapon hand. As soon as they come at you with a weapon, you destroy it. Okay, that's what it looks like if you slash somebody's hand open. And now the reason I put this is because I hear a lot of people in martial arts who don't really have anything but theory say, I can absorb a weapon on the arm. The sacrificial arm theory. I can take a cut and keep going. I can take a stab and keep going. I can take a slash to the hand and keep going. I guarantee you if I did this to you, you wouldn't keep going. Because this wouldn't be the first thing you're going to take. I'm going to give you about 3 or 4 more zaps. Maybe in a bad part of your face, like your eye. And then, let's see how much you can absorb. So you can't. You can't absorb a knife. You can't flock a knife. But the majority of martial arts schools, they teach you that. And they'll get you killed. Like what almost happened to me. Okay? Because I almost got killed doing karate and taekwondo and it didn't work. Because I faced a knife before and it's really damn, it doesn't work. Okay? So, this, we're going to be starting to put this into the training starting in January. And we're going to work on sparring with this. Okay? I was even entertaining the idea of going to different schools and saying, hey, would you like to test your knife skills on this? And I guarantee you a lot of the instructor would be like, no, it's theory. Okay? It really works, but it won't work. Okay? Because you can't. Okay? It won't work. Okay? Hopefully the more people buy Shocknives, they'll start getting more into this kind of training. You can't absorb anything. Okay? If you get this, so what's the policy in our training, guys? Don't get cut. That's the way we train in our school. Don't get cut. Don't get stabbed. You're not absorbing crap. You're going to get hurt. And if you have that mindset, it's like saying I'm going to absorb a bullet to the head and I think I'll keep going. No. If you tell yourself, I will not allow myself to get shot or cut, then that's what you're going for. If you do get cut, you continue, but that's not what you're accepting. You don't want to. Does that make sense? So we're going to do into weapons training right now. Okay? So every time I ask you to cut your opponent's arm or cut his hand, I want you to remember what this would be like if that actually was the one touching it. See? If that had been like that, Michael would drop that weapon in a heartbeat. Okay? And that's why in Kali, that's the first thing we go for. It's called defanging the snake. Okay? In reality, when we actually spar, we're going to be sparring with this, not today, but we need headgear and lots of protection. But anyway, I just wanted to show you the shock knife. If you become part of the school, or you are in the school, you're going to get this anyway. So, okay, and everybody's going to get shocked at some point. Right, everybody. All right. So anyway.